I've been upgrading shit, man. I'm really trying to make it with this shit, bro. I don't know if y'all know that shit, bro. I'm really trying. Y'all, you know the idea I got, bro. I'm trying to get a fucking a work van. I want a white work van, one of the long ones, and I'm gonna get it wrapped with my logo and shit, and travel. I got a whole kit, whole setup to do media and promotion and shit like that or whatever. Man, I'm really trying to get serious with this shit this year coming up.
All right, y'all. That is my boy, the man, the myth, the legend. We got Beeline in the building, man. Explain a Palooza Day 4, right? Beeline, introduce yourself, man. Let the good people know what you got going on. I thought I'd be working. This guy here works. Let them know, man.
What's goody, people? What's good? Let me give you the right introduction here. But yo, yeah, my name is Brian B of the Beeline Entertainment LLC. You see it. But yeah, man. Definitely got big things in mind. I've been hosting a series of shows on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch for about 6 years now, man. It's going on 6 years, and we're diving deeper into other venues, as you just heard me discussing right now. But we got a lot of ideas, we got a lot of things that's coming up, and I'm very excited to continue this journey, meeting all you great people, and a little bit more live face-to-face experiences I'm looking forward to next. So follow us, man. Follow us. We got a lot going on.
Y'all already know what it is with me. All right, man, listen. Tonight, I want to talk about something that not a lot of people touch base on, man. You ever been on top, celebrating, you look around, and you realize somebody in your circle ain't clapping loud enough? Or worse, you hit rock bottom and your phone calls dry up? We always talk about the opportunists, but we never shout out the real ones. Tonight, I want to give y'all this is ways you can figure out who's really in your corner and who's really not. This is ways to figure out who is there for you and who's not. So tonight, I want to talk about it. A real friend. Let me tell y'all what a real friend is, right? To me. Brian gonna have his take on this, but to me, a real friend holds you accountable to your best self. He or she ain't gonna co-sign bullshit. A fake friend would just let you vent and tell you, yeah, you right, bro. Yeah. But a real one says, I hear you, but remember that goal that you had that you fell off on? It's time to pick that back up. Sometimes you need a friend in your corner to tell you fucking up. Somebody that's gonna be there, not just there when everything is good, when the bottles is popping and the money is right and you're in the cars and the houses and shit. It sort of kind of remind me of MC Hammer, man. When I think about MC Hammer brought his whole entire hood. He put his whole entire hood on. And then when he went broke, shit, that whole hood was evaporated. Beeline, Brian, what is a friend to you, man? Like what's a friend, man? And when you ask that, do you feel like you're a good friend?
Yes, I definitely do. I mean, not being funny at all. I mean, like you said, to answer the first question, what is a good friend? I think you pretty much summed it out. Somebody who's real, somebody who's genuine, somebody who's there because they like you. They care about you, not as much as what you have or what you may get someday and all that shit. Opportunists. So I think a friend is just like anybody that you come across, a genuine person who is genuinely on your side, part of your team. So that's what I would say a friend is. And as far as me being a good friend, yeah, I definitely consider myself somebody who I don't like to beat around the bush. I don't like to lie. I really don't like to lie. I'll lie to your ass. But I don't like to. I like to be genuine. I like to be open. I like to be honest. And I have that trait with everybody I meet, bro. Like it's so much easier to be real and genuine and honest, man. A lot of people act like it's not. I don't know if it's because of personality flaws that people are, insecure about, but it's way easier to just speak how you truly feel instead of trying to manipulate the room, bro. And I've always felt like that. So yeah, I would consider myself a good friend, bro. I'll tell your ass in a heartbeat if that dress is too small, if that that job is really good and you the one who's a fucking problem. I will tell you in a heartbeat, because you need that to grow.
Yeah, I think sometimes people throw the friendship word around. I got some real good ones in my life. And, here's a misconception about friendship. You don't have to know somebody for 50 million years to call them your friend.
Yeah.
You just got to know that they believe in you and you believe in them, and they always going to keep it real with you. They ain't going to lie to you. They ain't going to stab you in your back. They ain't going to talk down to you. That's a friend. Yeah. A lot of times, people, I be feeling like, if you're really my friend, you're going to be the same way, whether I'm in the room or not.
Yeah. I think that matters on a lot of different aspects as well, man. Real friend, like I said, in general, just real person, period, man. It's like, you don't need to know somebody for, 20 years, your whole life. I grew up with this person since I was a kid. That's not that likely. Like that's somebody who has that experience or that kind of connection with somebody. That's super lucky. Most people meet every day, man. Most people meet somebody. You meet somebody at work. You meet somebody when you're driving down the street, whatever. And that can be the most genuine person, most honest, upfront person, giving you all of themselves, maybe even to a fault. But it's all about character, man. Everything is about character. So, can you throw the friendship word around? Yeah, because I think that people use it more as a title. I think it's easier to just establish somebody as like, hey, I have to label you as something. So I met you, we joke about fucking, Marvel movies or something like that. And are you a friend? I guess, what I'm saying? We laugh together, we ain't arguing. So you're not an enemy. And I think people have those two kind of titles for people that they go to immediately instead of really analyzing, like, is this an associate, is this a co-worker, is this an acquaintance? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of ways you can title somebody, but friend or something else is easiest. So
see, I got a homie, right, and he's still my friend to this day. And the reason why I always say you can't really be my friend unless we really went through some shit. And I got a homie who stood toe to toe with me, didn't know me from a can of paint. I think it was like my third day of school in a new school in a new city. And you know how they always try the new kid.
Oh yeah.
And so it was a group of dudes that was trying to get down on me. And this one kid, scrawny kid, came out of nowhere and was like, nah, we ain't finna do that. And we went toe to toe with about 5 other kids. And from that day on, me and him was thick as thieves. We went through so much, and this was in the 4th grade. We went through so much the next couple years. We ended up going to juvenile together. Juvenile facility together. That was so when it was time for us to go to high school, they split all us up. So when we went to juvenile, I ran into him in juvenile because I hadn't seen him in a minute. And so all I know is he sent the deck up. He got into it with somebody. And, you know, naturally, I seen him fight for me, so I'm going to fight for him. We ended up sending the deck up. And we ended up having the whole deck maced down. They maced the whole deck down. Then they split us all up again in the juvenile. So I wouldn't see this dude again for about 9 years. All right. But sometimes real friendship doesn't matter how long you've seen somebody. If you're real friends, it's gonna stick. I hadn't seen that man in 9 years. When we linked back up, it was like, yo, we ain't lost a step.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we both got damn near the same amount of kids. Both still doing. He's big on sports. I'm big on sports. Like everything just changed. Time. If your friend, you gotta understand, you don't have to be around your friend every single day. If the friendship is the friendship, what's understood ain't got to be explained.
Yeah, that's like, very true. I mean, just to piggyback off of that, like, you know, I mean, I got friends that in the same scenario, like, you know, you got friends that you've known for a long time. I got, you know, my guy I call my brother, man. I mean, literally, this is my brother. He's not blood, but you know, we've been rocking with each other since the 8th grade. The way we met is crazy. Well, we were cool first. We met in 6th grade, and then you know, I think it was 8th grade. We got into a fight. We fought each other and shit. And I don't even remember what the fuck it was about, but we fought each other. Yeah. Fucking knocked me in my eye, the black ass eye, and we got suspended, and we had to come back to school with our parents. So I had my father, and he had his father. And when we were sitting in the room, together, both our parents and me and my brother. And I forgot what happened, but somebody said, like, yeah, this guy, and he said my last name, and then his father was like, wait a minute. He was like, are you what's it called, Gerard's brother? And he said, yeah, that's my brother. My uncle's a drummer, and he played bass guitar. This motherfucker, my Uncle Al, he knew my uncle because they played in bands together. And me and my brother, we ain't even know we was like family and shit. So from then on, after that fight, man, that shit brought us together and made us close. And to this day, man, we grew up in Jersey. He moved down to Georgia after I moved down, married, uncle and my kids. I mean, we talking about, let me tell you something. Fucking tell you something. The life that, you know, we came from together, man, I'll put it this way. We the only two motherfuckers left, for no lie. Like, you know, so it's like, yeah, man, there's a lot of people that you're, once again, you're lucky to have somebody, like you said, with your guy, go through all of those experiences together. Most people don't have that. Most people don't even have like something close to that. Most people have, hey, you like cookies, I like cookies too. Yeah, motherfuckers can bond over that, and it's good enough.
I think a lot of times too, people get this misconstrued too. Just because you known somebody for umpteen amount of years don't mean y'all always gonna be intact.
I was just about to say that too.
Friends fall out. I had a homie that I grew up with. He lived next door to me. He lived downstairs from me. Henning Luke, what up? He lived downstairs. He lived next door. All our life, we was thick as thieves. I ended up moving to Minnesota from Chicago. So when I moved, the friendship kind of died off because it went from us kicking it every day to us kicking it in the summertime. Yeah. So it was like, I guess he kind of felt like I abandoned him, but I kept getting kicked out of elementary school. No school would take me. I didn't have a choice but to move. And so he started hanging around a new crowd. And once he started hanging around a new crowd, even though they was my crowd too, but they was more advanced. They was off the porch. They was stealing cars and doing all this stuff at 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, just doing. I wasn't that advanced. My mama wasn't going. So at that time, it was like, we outgrew each other because you over here doing all this. I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So me and him, we fell out. We got into a couple of fist fights. You know what I'm saying? Because the lifestyles was different. Think people change. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not out doing the same thing. I'm evolving now. I think the friendship has gotten better now. But for like before this, because we just kind of linked back up at a funeral. But before that, for like 15 years, it was estranged. Like, I see you when I see you, what up? Other than that, it ain't no kicking and catching up. And like I said, this is a dude that we came up with next door neighbors, upstairs, downstairs neighbors. So people change, man. And that's what you got to understand. The friendship will change. Yeah. You can't sit here and say, 20 years, this been my friend for 20 years. We ain't never fought. Bullshit. If this really your friend, y'all not getting along for 20 years.
Yeah, not
y'all
straight.
Gonna have some type of argument. Even if it ain't a fist fight, y'all gonna have some type of argument, some type of misunderstanding. I got a homie right now. This my homie. And the slightest misunderstanding caused us to miss out on about 10 years of our lives and again, when I say you my friend. I got brothers, but it's deeper than that though. You know what I'm saying? When I say you my friend. But we had a slight misunderstanding and it caused us to not be cool for about 10 years. And so what had happened was, you know how you get to reminiscing about friendships and friends and life and shit like that? It was people around me that was losing their life, man. And it was like, yo, it's time for us to come together. Sometimes you don't want to be the first one to reach out after a falling out. You don't want to be the first one to reach out, but sometimes in order for things to get to where they need to get to, you got to be the first one to reach out. So if you ever fall out with your friends, make that shit right, man. Because there's plenty of things that can happen in this lifetime and you don't get a second chance to make that shit right. You know what I'm saying? You mad about 10 years over the most foolishest shit. And then if something happened to you or that person, now y'all living in regret because y'all could have made it right. Y'all could have sat down and talked about it and figured out like, damn, this shit wasn't even worth it.
Yeah, that's one of the things, man. I mean, I don't know. I know for people, I hear this a lot, and I definitely am a believer of it. Like, you know, I think when you're younger, of course, man, it's easier for you to make friends because not as much is important when you're younger, bro. It's like everything is minimal. Like I was saying before, like you can like people for minimal shit just because they sit by you. You know what I mean? Like you may not like certain things, but if enough traits kind of match up and you guys are able to hold a steady conversation, at least, like, you know, people can just be time killers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like you said to start the show, like, what is a friend, yo? Like, what is somebody who you really consider? Like, why have to go through everything with so many different people? Like, you should just be able to, you know, meet somebody and, oh, wait, you getting all locked up and shit? Get the fuck out of here. That package deal was not discussed. But it's like, you know, I'm the type of motherfucker now, bro, especially the way when I was younger, I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of people that I knew, a lot of people from around the way, people, you know, I chill with. Now at 38 years old, man, listen, I got a couple fucking people. I mean, literally. And, you know, a lot of them passed. So it's like, I don't even have a lot of them anymore. My wife, you know what I'm saying? My kids, you know, my brother, some cousins, you know what I'm saying? And we talk every now and then. But as far as just like a lot of friends, nah. I don't fuck with nobody, bro. Like, I like being home. I like being way more solo. I like being on the mic. You know what I'm saying? I like being us discussing shit. But as far as everything, some nights we do game nights. We invite, you know, friends and family over and shit like that or whatever. But as far as just always knowing what you're doing, always, this week I went here. Listen, bro, I don't give a fuck. Put that shit on Facebook. Put that shit on Instagram and I'll read it like everybody else. But you don't gotta be, you shouldn't, in my opinion, bro, I tell my kids this shit too. You shouldn't be close with everybody. Everybody shouldn't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
friend or foe, everybody should have know what you're doing, bro. People
I
do
had a
change.
lot of I had a lot of homies, man, and I kept them in a lot of bullshit. Like, we was walking around when I was in Chicago. When I moved back to Chicago, we was walking around 15, 20 deep, just fucking with people because we was 15, 20 deep. it wasn't too. This was before people was out here pulling out guns. Like, we was out here literally fighting. We would go to people's blocks and fight. Now, my instigating ass, I would literally go to people's blocks, fuck with them, taunt them a little bit, and then I would run back to the block and be like, yo, dudes just tried to get down on me. So here we come. We done rounded up 15, 20 motherfuckers just to go over here and fight. And these motherfuckers ain't even did shit. But at that time,
you the worst. You the worst nigga that there was. Yo, but now that you're of age, like, and I think of shit like this too, bro. Like, I'm not no angel, bro. I used to do fucked up shit, you know. But at the same time, I mean, I don't think anything that I did was. I did some fucked up shit, but I know that looking back now, it didn't define me. You feel me? Like, I'm not a bad person. I know niggas who went to jail. I know everything. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I know they, like, now they got kids. We used to call this one kid we ran with. I tell this story all the fucking time, but we called him Pockets. And Pockets, my boy, I love Pockets to death, man. I still keep up with him. His family, they actually married into closer relatives of my family, which is crazy. We never saw that coming. But we call Pockets because no matter where the fuck you went, bro, this motherfucker, you go into a store, this motherfucker just pulling out shit. VCRs, refrigerators, and we like, yo, how the fuck this nigga got on, you know, some basketball shorts and he got everything in his pockets. But like, you know, I know him now, and you know, I've gotten to, you know, jump people, did this, you know, and I'm not proud of this shit, but like you're saying, bro, doing shit.
So
it's a good dude now, bro. Like, you know, living his life. He went to jail. He experienced different shit.
So all the dudes that I would go back, all of them have evolved.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say that all of them have evolved. Some got married, some had kids, some moved out the hood, some working and grinding and pushing themselves. I came up with a lot of them. A lot of them had went to jail. A few of them had got shot and survived. And now when you look back at them, we don't get to talk and kick it as much as we used to, but you can look back and you can see why. Because we got kids, we got families, we married, we making money, we trying to, you know, do something in life. So again, you can always root. I'ma always root for my homies, even if I don't talk to them like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you want to see. I'd rather see, hey man, my bad, I ain't heard from you, ain't heard from me in a minute, I've been working. Then, my bad, dog, I've been in jail, I've been locked up.
That's right.
Or you know what I'm saying? So, or you going to a funeral.
Yeah.
So when I look back at things like that, it makes me proud because our environment, our hood was terrible. As we got older, people stopped fighting and they start pulling guns out. So now when you look back and you can look back and you can see everybody done evolved and done pulled you out, like, yo, we ain't doing that dumb shit. I got a friend and I love her to death. There was times that I couldn't go home to my pops because, you know, he was a hard ass. Like, everything I did, it was like a drill sergeant. So there was times that I didn't even want to go home because shit. And I had a friend, shout out to her, still my best friend to this day. Hey, you can come sleep on my couch. You can come over here. You could do this. You could do that. And when you learn friends like that just do without wanting nothing in return, without, you know what I'm saying, you owe them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This same friend just helped me move recently. It was me and her. I moved out of a 4-bedroom house, just me and her. No movers, no nothing, just me and her. and she took time out of her day.
That's pretty fucking crazy right there.
Yeah, just me and her, like no bullshit.
That's crazy.
And real friends like that, she like, hey man, you ain't got to pay all that money, and she ain't do shit but charge me $100. I kid you not. Most motherfuckers would have been trying to hit my pockets, like, oh man, yeah, I need like $100 and some Wingstop, and we was gone. And that's the type of friends that I need to have around me, friends that are actually doing something in their life. You know, I drive by my old neighborhood every now and then, and I still see the same nobody sitting on the corner doing nothing. And it kind of pisses me off, because you want to stop by, you want to go check out the hood, but you know the first thing come out their mouth is, nephew, let me hold us $20. Let me borrow $20. I see you on that podcast. Let me hold 20. Man, I'm not getting no money.
Yeah. Misconception right there.
People think because you doing something better in your life that your job is to take care of them. No. I'm at the point in my life where if I'm a real friend, I wouldn't be a real friend if I didn't tell you to get up off your ass and do something with your life. You can't hang with me if you ain't taking care of your kids, dog. You out here doing drugs and shooting at people. I'm telling people all the time, I'm telling on you, bro. Like, for real. If I'm ever in a situation with you and you shoot up a park with some kids, I'm telling on you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Trust
because
me, I won't even be there. Nobody has time.
Like, if you come to my house and be like, hey, man, I need you to hold something for me, and I know it's something that involves doing something with some kids and some shit, shooting at some kids, some shit, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen situations, right, where there was a situation with a dude a couple years back. He got into it with this family. And instead of him going to take it out on the family, he went and found his enemy's son and executed him in the alley. 7-year-old boy. Now, the problem with that is he wasn't alone. He had 2 other guys with him who were actually okay with this. Like, how can you sit here and be okay? He finna murder a kid, B? No. Like, I'm not finna sit here with you. No, sir. No, sir. Yeah. Is you crazy? No.
Yeah, I would hope that would be self-explanatory. I mean, hopefully nobody needs to hear "don't do that." I mean, there's
I ain't going off that cliff with you.
Yeah, there's some things in life that hopefully you grow. I mean, even at my worst, like I never knew anything that was that fucking deep. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, I think just, getting a little bit, far from that shit. Like, but I mean, I think just in general, man, it's hard to grow up and look back, and regret shit for me. You know what I mean? Like, I look back at stuff as a matter of fact, I did a show. It was a show, right? What the fuck did I do? It was something. And it was a show. At the end of the show, the dude asked me, he said, if you can go back and tell your like 15-year-old self, like something to do different or something like that. And I didn't just answer right away. I thought for a second. Right. I thought, like, what would I say? And the only thing I'm like joking, but kind of serious, I was like, slow down with the eating and shit, like, work out more and shit. And that would be about the only thing, man. But everything else, like, I can't think of any time. There's things that I wish I maybe handled differently, but the experiences I've gained and the people that I've known, and whether it be the influences, whether it be just the lessons that I got from other people's fuck ups, all that built me into who I am today. All of that created my parents, however I had good parents, man. Everybody has fallen outs here and there, but my parents was there. They helped, make sure I can, come up with a good head on my shoulders at least. So it's like, when I do go back, I'm wanting to go back right now. I've been out of Jersey for fucking 14 years now. But I'm planning on taking my whole family, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show them everywhere I was, grew up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How school was, and like we're going on the trip next year doing all that. But I'm expecting, like you said, I'm expecting to go there. I know that there's people there that are just literally like, they haven't went nowhere. You telling me you've been here this whole time while I've been there and here and fucked up over here, learned my lesson, came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, people go through a lot in life.
Hell yeah.
And then to see that be the shit that be like surprising, even more than people who did really bad shit. People who just didn't do anything. Like, how the fuck do you do that? How do you let so much time pass and then you just are in the same place, same house? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a couple people like that too, bro. Same apartment complex. You mean you still from when we was kids?
Yeah.
You haven't went nowhere? Like, what the fuck? What do you have to tell somebody? Like, your story must be so fucking boring. And I'm judging the shit out of you without knowledge, but I'm just saying, like,
for sure. I'm judging.
That's crazy, bro.
Because it's like a lot of times people don't want to see you. They don't want to see you come up. They want you to be in the same position that they're in, and I have to get away. If you stagnant, I got to get away. I wouldn't even be a friend to you if I sat here and watch you crash out and throw your life away and do nothing with your life. You know what I'm saying? I came up with a lot of talented dudes. So it was like, for me, I like being around the old heads. Why? Because they knew what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? They knew everywhere I was trying to be, they was already there. They been there. So I didn't have time to, engage in the stupid shit, because at this point in my life, once I had my first kid at 20 years old, everything changed for me.
Yeah.
Like, my whole mind frame changed. I was at 17, 18, 19, we was out here robbing, fighting, doing stupid shit. Once I had my kid, it was like, yeah, we can be cool. I can hang out with y'all and see y'all when I see y'all. But all that shit, I don't want no parts of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be out here. I don't want y'all to think I'm better than y'all, but life is bigger than me now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kids definitely do change you, bro.
Once you have a child, man, everything changes. If it's in your heart, everything changes. You know what I'm saying?
If you're a person that is stepping up and handling your responsibilities, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's another conversation. Like, your mind state with how you grow. Mm-hmm. I don't think that gets enough attention, especially with like the kids nowadays. You hear a lot of shit about like you were saying earlier about like when we were younger, like we used to fight and stuff like that. Yeah, we used to fight, but shit, and you from Chicago, so I'm pretty sure you too. But, I mean, and where I was from, niggas was still getting shot, and that's up north. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Georgia now, where everybody got a fucking gun. But up north, man, you can't carry guns like openly or buy guns at Walmart and shit. You can't do any of that shit up north. So when people have a gun, it's so much more like, bizarre. It's like, where the fuck did you even get one? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even got that available. But they still had it. You know what I'm saying? People still got shot in fights and shit. We fought too, but it's just people still got shot. But
real friend, I seen a video, speaking of guns, right? Last week, and it broke my heart. There was a dude that had got shot with his friend, young boys. And the fact that friend didn't run, he ended up getting shot because he didn't run and leave his friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's a real friend. So the video was when they was in the hospital together and they had just seen each other since the shooting. It was like a real moment, because Buddy kept telling him, I wasn't gonna leave you. Something in my heart said, don't leave you no matter what happened. And I said, to me, that I'm not saying go out there and take a bullet for your friend, but that exemplifies friendship. Like, most people would have been like, They shooting. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But the fact that he saw his homie go down, he like, if it happened, it happened. That's a true friend. I don't know if everybody be in that situation.
I'll tell you right now, motherfucker. I love my niggas and shit, but yo, listen, anybody, let me tell you something right now. I mean, there's some people I'll take a bullet for, you know what I'm saying? And that's like my mother, you know, my kids, my wife, you know. But as far as just you got shot, I might as well too. I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't know how smart that is, because I mean I would never tell my son.
I thank God that it went that they both okay.
Yeah, for real.
But I don't think in that situation, hey, listen, I'm gonna have to circle back around for you, bro. I'm not finna be trying to, because at the end of the day, and I look at it like this too. If you out here committing crimes and shit, leave me out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going that way. I'm old boy from Boys in the Hood. Hey, let me out.
Ain't nobody got time for that shit no more, man. We another big thing about now, like I was saying before, with like, you know, the mentality, bro, of these kids now, like, you know, the, you know, YNs or whatever, you got a fucking name for them. Yeah. Because, you know, these kids out here, you know, we was reckless, we was wild, but it's like this shit is like orchestrated now, bro. And a big part of it is because they have the ability to get information. They have the ability to gain access to shit more than we had. And of course, I mean, with the internet and stuff like that or whatever, you know, it's easier to stay tied into some bullshit. You know, you used to be out in the street, and then when you went home, then your mom can give you the good word or whatever, your pops or your grandpops, whoever the fuck was there, you know, try at least to help you out a little bit. Like, you know, yo, stay away from that. You know, you don't want to end up. So you got the devil and the angel on your side. But now, you feel me? Like, you go home and you still got social media, you still connected with a whole bunch of the wrong motherfuckers. You got, you know, videos of, like we just said, people getting shot, and you're just able to see every fucking thing. So you're more desensitized now. You know, so it's like, yo, fuck here. You know some real shit? What's his name? And I get it. I get why people, like, you know, take all of this shit with a grain of salt, because, you know, the government is fucked up. But Robert Kennedy Jr., whatever the fuck that dude's name is, his brother, you know, the president's brother, the guy who's banning all the food and shit. Yeah. He recently came out with the age-old tale of the reason why there's so much gun violence is because of video games. We've heard this shit before. This shit was, you know, violence stems from video games. And a lot of people, especially people who play video games, would be like, oh, that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. It's not so far-fetched, motherfucker. You might not want to admit it, but a portion of the shit, a percentage of the shit, is definitely because of the desensitization that motherfuckers get. You play a game like Grand Theft Auto, you play a game like whatever, RoboCop, and you were able to shoot motherfuckers and see motherfuckers take a fucking bullet and hit the ground. A part of you, I'm not saying like even the smartest motherfucker can look at that and say, okay, now I have an image to relate reality, and now I can see if I did this to somebody, that's what it would look like probably. Yep. And that's desensitization. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. That's desensitization. Now, when you do it, it's completely different. You think that it feels like that. It doesn't feel like that. And it doesn't look like that either, because a lot of times you shoot a motherfucker and they don't even go down. Like, let you hit that motherfucker with a, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, the fact is, kids nowadays have so much influence that the things that they're doing, the connections that they're making, by the time they get older, first off, if they get older, is even more of like a questionable situation because of the connection they're in now. And if they get older, like, they may never escape that mentality, man, because it's so much easier to just stay linked in, man, stay plugged in, connected to the same bullshit. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am saying I just feel like there's so much more that you can be connected to for a prolonged amount of time than there ever was before. You get off the fucking TV, you on your computer. Get off the computer, you on your phone. Get off your phone, you on your fucking, you at your boys' house. You always in some shit. You can't catch a fucking break. You can't catch a break. You getting ideas from news stories and you know what I'm saying? Like all of this, you know, school shooting shit. You don't think a lot of this shit is straight up just motherfucking saying, oh, he did that, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? It's desensitization. People are just like, hey, listen, fuck it. I had a bad day. I'm going to go take it out on everybody. They did it. Why can't I do it?
And I be trying to tell people too, everybody ain't happy when you winning, man. You got to weed them people out your circle. I want the ones that's cheering for me every time I'm doing something that I feel is important to me. You know what I'm saying? I want the ones that's cheering and supporting. I don't want the ones that didn't believe in the vision and then once the train started moving, oh man, here we come. No, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? If they could celebrate you without jealousy, you know what I'm saying, without throwing shade, without, you know, reminding you of how they helped you get there, that's a real one.
Oh yeah.
That's somebody you need in your corner. That's who you need supporting you because them the ones that really genuinely want to see you win. You know, it's a lot of people out here to be like, ah, man, I see you with your little podcast. Huh? I'm just playing. I don't take them jokes because real support gonna be real support. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type that, you know, if one eat, we all eat. So if I'm doing it and you really on your ones and twos, you're gonna be doing it with me.
Yeah.
I don't want the people around that's just waiting for me to blow up and then, oh man, I always believed in you. Always believed. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yep, that shit's hard to find, man. It's really hard to find. In my opinion, I always you know validate that. In my opinion, it's real hard to find genuine people, man. And then in a situation, you know, picture this. You think you're saying that shit now. One of the biggest things about if you do make it or if you are more successful than you were yesterday, you're gonna know a lot more people in that circle.
Fuck yeah.
Now you have to cipher through not only the people that you knew before that you can actually make that comparison to, but the people that you are building with now. Which one of these motherfuckers is genuine? Now you can't even have that premise of like, hey, when I was nothing, you weren't around. So it's easy for me to dismiss you. But now you got the people who are coming into your life where you have to say, damn, I want to work with this person to be more successful. I want to work with this person because I feel like they're trustworthy. And I think that's even harder than just like, you know, deciphering the motherfuckers who is, you know, clapping in your face and laughing behind your back or whatever. That's why for me, bro, I'll be dead ass with you. Like I said to begin this show, like I don't really care as far as just like, you know, dealing with a whole bunch of people. Like I said, let's be real, Smash. I know that, you know, for the last couple of years we've been on a whole bunch of different shows. We used to have these big group shows and talk to a whole bunch of people. And I honestly and genuinely fucking enjoyed it, man. It was a lot of fun meeting a lot of people doing similar things. You know, a lot of times I'm home, so I'm saying I don't really even go out too much. So it's like, you know, being able to conversate and communicate with grown adults, you know, it was fun, you know, hearing new stories and learning people. But at the end of the day, man, I've transitioned like my whole show and everything like that into like a way smaller group of people. Shit. And we got some people here.
It's a question right here. Shout out to my boy Styles. He said, we have a wish list for friends with specific characteristics, but are we fulfilling the role as a friend matching their energy? What you think about that, B?
Let me get that question one more time. We have a wish list for friends with specific characteristics, but are we fulfilling the role as a friend match? Okay, so basically saying like, are we worthy of the friendship we're trying to obtain? I mean, it just depends, bro. I mean, in situations, it's going to be different. There probably are some people who are just, you know, wanting something and wishing they had something without any kind of give back. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to always be looking out for you, but have you questioned yourself? Are you looking out for anybody else? And that is a character trait that you need to fucking, you know, find before you can expect. But at the same time, I mean, I think there are people who are doing something and would give you the shirt off their back, but
Mhm.
you know a motherfucker. Everybody knows a motherfucker that they'll take and take and take, and even if they aren't a bad person, even if they aren't like, you know, just like intentfully trying to be you know, a piece of shit or whatever, they just don't have that quality for like the giving back part, or like, yo, you looked out for me, I'm gonna look out for you. I know motherfuckers like that too, man. You ain't even a bad guy. You just don't know how to be, you know, humble or you know, whatever the word is, like, you know, just give back and help people out like they help you and shit. So it's hard, man.
I had friends that helped me become a better friend. And what I mean by that is when we talked early about having friends that hold you accountable, that won't tell you fucking up, that are not afraid to tell you that you fucking up, that you losing your step. I used to get away from them type of people, but now them type of people in my life is who I need, and it helped me become a better friend. You know what I'm saying? I might have been, in my mind, the greatest friend in the world, but sometimes you meet people who are supposed to come in your life and show you things that you were too blinded to see. And that's the kind of circle I'm interested in now. Teach me something. I'm not interested in friends who are just around just to be around because you see things are going good, but when everything is all dried up, you gone. Now I need a real one, like, who's not afraid to tell me, hey man, you my dog, but you fucking up. Here's how you're fucking up. I'm not gonna chastise you, but I am gonna let you know, hey, here's how you fucking up. Here's what you need to do. Here's how you should do it. And in return, that helped me become a better friend, because when you surround yourself with better people, in most cases, you become a better person, because everybody's not going to take your bullshit. They're not going to just tell you what you want to hear. So sometimes that tends to rub off on you. But like my man said, it is exhausting to raise friends. You either got it or you don't. You either want to be a friend or you don't. You can't pick and choose when you want to be my friend.
But that's what I was saying before. Like, it's and no disrespect to anybody who needs the shit. I'm people come in my life now, especially at my age, man. I'm just like, I'm not old, but I'm content. Mm-hmm. People come into my life now. I'm not always, my first fucking instinct, I'm not in kindergarten no more. Like, oh, can we be friends? Like, I don't really give a fuck at all anymore. Like, if we cool, we vibe. I mean, really, it just happens now. I mean, yeah, if we don't vibe, it's really easy for me to be like, okay, well, enjoy your fucking life, and I'm on my shit. It isn't even challenging. But at the same time,
I ain't gonna quit on you.
Man, listen, bro. There's nothing to quit if there's nothing there, bro. That's like somebody breaking up.
You gotta love from a distance, though. Sometimes you gotta, hey man, I love you, and if it is anything I can do for you, I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna step on over here, and I'm gonna let you do you. And when we, you know, maybe we'll meet somewhere in the middle or somewhere on the top again. But sometimes you gotta let your friends carve their own path. Whether you know, because a lot of times people take advantage of friendship. People do. People take advantage of friendship. They feel like, oh man, you always gonna be here. You always gonna have my back. I'm always counting on, man. Many times I fuck up, you gonna be here. And that's the mentality that people take advantage of, because it's like, yo, you really taking advantage of this shit. Like, I know we've been through some shit, but nah, chief, you gotta do better. He said,
that's why it's important.
My problem is the new people that come into my life, or even some existing people, this still being represented by somebody that they're not. And you know what? I get that too. But I ask myself this though. If you know that somebody is being fake to somebody else, and do you step out of that? Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Bro, listen, I step out of it all together. I'm stepping out of it, even if it is, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what is with this desperation to keep people around in that kind of light, bro? Like, shit like making friends and stuff like that, building relationships with people shouldn't be a challenging mission. It shouldn't be some shit you
Facts.
have to constantly work at and obtain. And yo, the people who are meant to be in people's lives are
Will
usually
be
in
there.
people's lives, bro. It's like it's
Mhm.
not that challenging. Like that's what I agree with my man was saying before. Like, you know, I'm raising kids right now. That's hard enough. I got
Yeah.
four kids. I'm losing count.
Hell
But
fucking yeah.
yeah, bro. It's like at some point you have to just understand. I think at some point a lot of people understand, but they may be feeling like they should do it because it may be the right thing. Like you said, Smash. Sometimes people feel like maybe somebody will benefit me. I mean, that could be more of a personalized situation for you. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, it's like when, especially people that you're just meeting, bro. Like, hey,
Yeah.
listen, if we vibe, we vibe. If we don't, we don't. What the fuck? I got shit to do. I don't got time to be fucking, you know, trying to build relationships that ain't. I'm not married with or anything like that. So
I
friendship
think
should be easy,
sometimes
bro.
too, though, like people misconfuse blind loyalty and real loyalty. Like, I'ma fuck with you if you my mans, whether you up, whether you down, whether you got money, whether you broke, I got you. But if you out here making the same mistakes, because I have a lot of friends that are in the streets, if you out here making them same mistakes, you could do that. Just don't drag me into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't drag. I don't care what you do. Don't bring that shit to my doorstep. Don't bring that shit around me. Don't bring that to the gatherings, because 9 times out of 10, you become guilty by association.
That's
And
the
you ain't got
truest shit.
shit to do with none of that over there.
But that's the portion right there that's important for you, especially somebody who's growing up and learning from mistakes, past mistakes, or just even, you know, present examples. Like, you should understand the fact that your company that you surround yourself with for the better part of, you know, your life, that's going to have the rubbing off effect on you, bro. If you're going to need to have to keep the people that you know ain't about shit, ain't doing shit. And I mean, it even speaks more on your character, because if you know this, I get your loyalty, but at the end of the day, you're loyal to a fucking fault, bro. And a dangerous fault at that. Because there are motherfuckers that you'll invite in your house, and you know, hey, listen, there was a dude. Now, my father used to manage hip hop artists and shit like that, and it was a dude he met down here in Atlanta. And my father was real fucking, I don't know, gullible, but he was just real like anxious, especially when he saw opportunity. So he would fucking invite people to the house and meet motherfuckers, let them know where you sleep and stay. And he met this one dude, and not too long after he met him, he was telling us, like, yeah, I got this guy coming over, man. I'm about to start managing him, blah, blah, blah. Not too long after this, motherfucker killed somebody and fucking got locked up and shit, bro. And I'm sitting there saying, I'm talking to this nigga like, yo, you got to think about what the fuck you doing. You putting, because I wasn't even living with them. But I was telling him, like, you know, he was staying with my mom and shit. And I was like, yo, you have to think about what you're doing, because you're inviting this fucking into your house. And this is dangerous. And just because it may be an opportunity for you, you're not thinking of the risk that's involved in that shit. So on a maybe opportunity, you put in grand fucking risk, man. You know, have somebody kicking your door, or have other people kicking your door because you just think everybody is okay to surround yourself with. And that shit is a lesson you don't want to experience to learn from, yo. You feel me? Like, that's why, yo, I get it, bro. You have friends. Your loyalty is not going to be questioned if the reason why you're deciding to branch the fuck off is because of how their actions are. You have to be smart, man. You got to be intelligent, bro.
And I learned a long time ago, man, everybody ain't good to come in your house. Some people you got to kick it on the porch with. Some people you got to meet up the street. Some people you just got to, you know, talk to on the phone and leave it at that, because everybody energies ain't met to meet your front step.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And
most people.
Family
too.
Like,
shit. Beyond dead ass honest. There's family members. I know fucking I know. Yo, listen, bro. Listen. Oh, yeah, here's a funny story. Real quick. On the same topic, real quick. My uncle, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, they was living in this neighborhood, a suburban neighborhood, bro.
Mm.
And my uncle just got out of jail, bro. My uncle was wild, bro. And my uncle was sitting on the porch because we didn't know he was getting out. We didn't know anything about this shit. And the
Right.
closest house was my uncle and my aunt uncle's house. So my other uncle was sitting on the porch and we wasn't home. So the neighbor, white guy, cool white guy, called my cousin and was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Your uncle apparently was sitting outside the porch. Yeah, I let him in the house and I told him that you weren't there. He was pretty mad." And my cousin is fucking telling me this on the thing. He's like, "Yo, he let Uncle in the house and shit." And we're like, "Yeah, Uncle D got out of jail, and and the neighbors got him in the house right now." And we said, "Oh, this motherfucker." just being too nice, bro. That shit happened it was 2007. I had just got a car. But every time I talk about shit like this, like letting people in your house, I always think to that story because I was like, this motherfucker just you don't even know who you just let in your fucking house right now.
Yep.
And it was just like you can't associate yourself or be that fucking friendly, trying to be a good person to the point where it's damaging you. You know what I'm saying? You're taking unnecessary risks.
Yep.
So
and sometimes you got a good heart, man, and you don't like with me. I have given opportunities to people that I shouldn't have way too many times, and people have given me opportunities that they shouldn't have because at the midst of it, sometimes you want to see the good in people or you remember who they were before it got all bad. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of friends who I still love, but I watched them bite me too many times. So it's like, all right, cool. If the first time you bite me probably was an accident, whatever. The second time, okay, now I'm bugging. If I go back for that third time, that means I like getting bit, and I really don't like getting bit. So it is sometimes you have to cut ties. You have to be so real at some point that you have to cut ties, and it's gonna hurt. And that's with relationships, that's with friendships, that's with family. Sometimes you gotta cut ties in order to save your peace. Because I realized I'm too busy out here trying to save everybody else, and I'm fucked up.
That's right.
And it's because
that's the problem.
Nobody's pouring into me, nobody's pouring into my cup, but I'm taking even a little, I'm squeezing the last little lemon out the lemon just to make juice for somebody else, and I ain't got nothing for myself.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah.
You should never be in that position. But you got to understand, if that is the situation that you are building for yourself, that is your fault. It isn't other people's fault. You know, and that's something. My wife is kind of like that a little bit too. My wife, she struggles. She struggles with kind of telling people no to a degree where she's just like she likes to be able to be there for people. She likes to try to. She won't sit down even though everybody else is sitting down. Then she'll be like, "Oh, well, I want to make sure everybody is able to sit down." Nah, you sit your. So then she got me, which is perfect because then I'm like, no, you sit your. Fuck everybody else. Push them out the chair. So you sit down. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? If they don't care that you're not sitting down, then you shouldn't. And I know that sounds fucked up. And I am the kind of dude who I will try to help you too. But I'm not the crazy one who's gonna, I don't know when to stop. No, I know when to stop. If I give you something, I give you a ride, and you start knocking on my door and you expecting a ride every day, the next day, I'm gonna tell you like, hey, yo, listen, don't knock on my fucking door no more. And until you know what I'm saying, show me that you're doing something if you want any other kind of help from me. Because I ain't doing shit for you.
I don't want the friends that's just standing around waiting on me to make every decision and every move, bro.
Nah, you shouldn't have that.
I had this conversation a while back with my boy, and he kind of felt like the friendship was one-sided. And now, like I said, it took me a while to understand why he felt that way. But after sitting back in the cut and analyzing it, because I'm a thinker, I can understand why he felt that way. And so now in return, it's like, okay, you just got to do better. Sometimes friends will tell you, hey man, listen, you slacking in the friend department. Same way you get in a relationship. you tell your partner, hey, listen, there's some things that you are lacking on right now. Let's have a conversation. And it's not to tear you down. It's so you know where you going wrong at, so we can sit here and fix it. Now, listen, before we get up out of here, I had a falling out, and it wasn't even really a big falling out. I had a falling out with one of my homies, and naturally, I would overreact. I would spaz the fuck out. Like, you ain't gonna keep on violating me, bro. Like, we got into it and it went left. Now, so many of our beefs, and I ain't even gonna call it beef. We had a beef, we had a bad falling out. So I ended up getting ready to go nuclear, like smash in the old days. Like, you ain't finna disrespect me on no public platform and just think that I'm gonna be cool with it. And so I analyzed the situation for a second before I responded. And the next morning, he hit me up. My bad, bro. I was out of pocket. I was out of line. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes. It don't even have to go nuclear. Don't have to go personal. Sometimes you just got to realize, hey, I fucked up. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I will take you telling me that over everything else, because you understood without me even having to come to you and acknowledge. See, sometimes people acknowledge their flaws without you having to even step up and say anything to them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I want to be a better friend. So me personally, if I'm lacking in something, I want people around me that's going to let me know, all right, look, man, you fucking up. Here's how you come better, though. Because when you're dealing with friends, you got to be able to take constructive criticism. You can't always think they're going to tell you, you right. No, that's a one-sided friendship, and I don't want that. Have I always matched energies with my friends? Probably not. But at the end of the day, they know this. One, Big Smash going to go hard for you. He always going to be there. He always going to support you. He always get it right, because people change. People personalities change. People outgrow situations. They outgrow people. They outgrow relationships, friendships, all that. It's life. People change. You either going to change with it. And I'm not saying change yourself, but you got to learn how to read the room. I'm learning how to read the room on who I call friends now. And when I see the ones that go the extra mile, that got my back, that offer to help and do things that, other people wouldn't do, them the people that I tend to gravitate towards. Them the people I want to learn from and listen to. I feel like this, though. If you're a real friend, it's going to show. It's going to show without you even having to say something. It's going to show. People going to know if you genuine or you just here just for the opportunity. People going to know. It's going to show in your actions and in your words. It's going to show.
Yeah.
But listen, Brian, man, let everybody know, my guy, where they could find you at, because I know you got a show to go to. You're doing your own show tonight. Let everybody know what that is, man, and where they can find you and what you got going on over there.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Of course, thanks for having me, man. This is a lot of fun, good conversation. And man, we're gonna be hosting the Beeline Entertainment Show, the whole show we host on Thursday nights at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. It's gonna be streaming live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch, so you guys can come check us out. We're talking about the holiday season, of course. It's spooky season, and we're gonna be talking about autumn festivities and pumpkin spice and stuff like that. We got a top 5 tonight. Halloween things, your favorite Halloween thing that you like around Halloween, reminds you of Halloween. But check us out, man. We got a website, www.the-line-entertainment-llc.com. You can get the merch, man. We got merch on deck, and keep looking for us, man. We're gonna be we growing, man. We growing slowly but surely, man.
I started rocking with Beeline about 2 years ago sometime. And like I said, I know people. I used to think that I was the hardest working man in the room, but this man really does have a lot of entertaining shows. Actually, fun fact, This logo, the one in the back, he created that.
Yes, sir.
So he
Appreciate the
does
business.
logos, he does websites, he does all those things. You know, so he is somebody, like I said, when I started doing the Explain the Palooza, I wanted to work with people, you know, that you know is out here moving and shaking. So I wanted to bring the collab game back because I think that's what was missing in the world. So this week has been fun for me.
That's what's up. I've been checking the episodes too. Yeah, man, you're definitely killing it out here. Yeah, you're even making me, like I was saying earlier, like I've been a little bit more structuring shows and just kind of putting things the way that I want it to be, so I can go to the next level. You know, growing like we were talking about.
I learned some of this stuff from my homies. Shout out to Styles, man. Yeah, if y'all listen, tomorrow I'm gonna plug the book. I ain't got it. It's upstairs with me right now. But my homie got a book, man. All right. Brunch Behavior. It's the podcast. He got a book with a whole bunch of recipes and drink mixes and things like that. And I don't want to butcher his shit. But shout out to him, man. Because honestly, I'm a lot more reformed and refined because of his behind the scenes work. So shout out to him. Listen, tomorrow is another Explainableluza day 5. It's going down tomorrow. I got some special guests. I ain't gonna reveal that, but I got some special guests in the building. And Saturday, I got some special guests, and then we gonna all max it out on Sunday with the big announcement on what I'll explain all this later is doing. He challenged me to get out here and figure out a way to make some money with the podcast, and like I said, I think I figured out a way, but we gonna see. So, all right, y'all. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Brian, man, I appreciate you for coming through.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait a second. What up, though?
Hey, man, come on, man. Don't end the show without me, man. What's going on?
Man, you late to the party, man. What up?
What we doing?
Listen.
I'm gonna bow out and let you guys have a great conversation, but y'all appreciate being here and have a good one, guys.
Yes, sir, man. First of all, I want to take the time to big up this brother here real quick, man. I've seen this brother. Listen, I've been in Minnesota for since 2017, and I never had no podcast compadres in the same state as me.
We in this joint.
Same city as me. I've seen this brother. This brother throws events, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving drives, back to school drives. They really be out here. See, a lot of people be talking about that they in the community, but this brother here is in the community. So shout out to you, man. And the reason why I want to get you in here, man, let everybody know who you are and what stuff that you out here doing in the community, man. What is Minnesota Cold Talk Podcast?
Well, Minnesota Cold Talk Podcast is a community-based podcast. We talk about mental health. We talk about what's going on in politics locally. I mean, it's cool to know what the president and them doing, but it's better to know what's going on locally, how it affects us. You know what I mean? Relationship topics, and I really stress the relationship topics a lot because a lot of people are looking to be in relationships and they still stressing with mental health. We had a topic; it always stick to me, and the topic was how do you co-parent with somebody that you're healing from? How do you co-parent with? And that stuck to me because I was going through something.
I remember that one.
I was going through something when I started the podcast. I know how I felt about it. So I think relationship topics, friendship topics, they mean a lot to me. So I started the Minnesota Cold Talk Podcast with a bunch of my family. Me, Man, Emily, Tony Rome. It was a whole bunch of us. And we were getting in there, we just release stress, you know what I mean? We were losing family members, we were losing relationships, we were losing things like that. And people know us from the neighborhood. I am a community activist, I'm a writer, producer, director. So, you know, and I came a long way, man. So a lot of people know me from the block, you know. So podcasting to me, it was like therapy, you know what I mean? You know, they'd be like, yo, why don't you go sit down and talk to somebody? I was like, yo, why don't I just go online and talk to my friends about what I talk to them about personally on the phone about how I'm
Mhm.
feeling. So, you know what I mean? I created it like that, man. But what's up, man?
Hey man, we cut up on the Minnesota Cold Talk
That's a
podcast. We
that's
cut
a
up
fact.
because it's a lot of us, man. So
Yeah.
I don't
Let me give
think
you hold
people.
on. Let me give you your flowers first. You know what I mean? Because you looked out for old El Benito. You know what I mean? But look, I just want to say thank you, bro. You come through. You light it up for us. You know what I mean? It's been things behind the closed doors that the public don't need to know. And you kept your composure through a lot, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I commend you for that because you could have easily blew a fuse, and
Hmm.
you could have let your tongue go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people say that the tongue is sharper than the sword sometimes. You know what I mean? Depending
Hmm.
on what type of situation. I feel like I lost a lot of close people to me because I don't run the podcast how people
They
feel
want you
like I
to.
should run it. But I run it like this, right? And I hope that people watching this, I run the podcast like this. You're my friend. You know, I'm gonna bring you around people that I
That
know.
are your
If, y'all,
friends.
if you guys don't get along, okay, it's cool. We have business to take care of. This is business. You know what I mean?
Right.
After the podcast, you turn them cameras off, everybody disappear. So I'm not gonna stop messing with you because a friendship or something went wrong behind that. I don't operate like that. You know what I mean? It was no disrespect there. Nobody was physically hurt. And I just want to let you know, bro, like we're gonna always be cool. And everybody I meet, I tell them the same thing. You will stop being my friend before I stop being your friend. You know what I mean? Um,
Facts.
I feel like a true friend shouldn't tell somebody, hey, it should go this way or that way. Nah, man, let's make it work. You know what I mean? And bro, you've been doing this podcast thing. I watch your joint. I get you on mine because of what I see you do on yours. I want to just let you know that. I see that you work. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get Ken on mine because shout out to my brother, man. He was he was not scared to tell his story of what he been through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And bro, that brought a wide audience because they're like, yo, this dude is real. You know what I mean? Bro,
Yeah.
you real. And then I be seeing the women, they love you, they hate you, but they can't lie. You keep it real, bro. You be like, yo,
Yeah.
this is what I
You
was
know
doing.
what?
This is what I was
I
trying to
be
shake off.
scared. I be scared sometimes, but it's like I just I try to mix being funny and being real in the same stance. And we was
Yeah,
talking about friendship. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, friendship is what you is. If I'm into it with somebody, I'm not. If I'm into it with somebody, then if you into it with somebody and me and you was cool, and I'm cool with them, that don't have nothing to do with me.
yeah,
I don't like you said. There's a lot of business there. If we on business, we on business.
yeah,
I try
word.
my best, man. I try my best to be real, and sometimes it don't work that way, and sometimes I rub people the wrong way.
Yeah.
Um, I
Man,
just
we
want to
ain't
see
perfect, bro.
everybody win, man. I do. I really want to see everybody win.
Yeah, we're not perfect, and we
Yeah.
winning, and that's a fact. We winning for sure. And it's sad to see people walk away and be like, well, I just can't do the podcast. 'Cause I can't tolerate a lot of stuff. And I be looking at them like, yo, you would never be a boss. You would never be in a position where you can lead if you feel like something is stressing you out and you're gonna quit it. You know what I mean, bro? You know how much time y'all stress me out? I never quit it. I
Hey,
don't stress. Bro,
listen.
listen, I can't. I can't stop.
I've
Oh,
had
hold on.
moments.
Well, I got an announcement to make.
Talk
The
to me.
Minnesota Cold Talk podcast right now is in talks to with all the rec centers locally
Okay.
in St. Paul, Minnesota, to
Okay.
be main community event planners. That
Oh
means
shit.
from the decorations, that means to programming, that means to holidays, and I want to announce right now that the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast is doing a turkey giveaway
Okay.
um here in St. Paul, Minnesota.
We out there.
Um,
We out there. Say less. um,
yo,
Minnesota
okay,
Cold
I
Talk.
tried to hold on, kid. I tried to play it off because my mic died. But we're gonna have bouncy houses. We're gonna have food. And it kind of make yo, kid, listen, bro. I know you want to end your show. But I'm sorry, we got to turn it up just for a little bit. Let's talk a little bit, just a little
Okay,
bit.
let's talk.
Now, the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast has a lot of people in there who own businesses. Well, excuse
Facts.
me. We used to have a lot of people that was associated with the podcast
Facts.
that own businesses, and they just missed the opportunity. So, what I want to do is extend that hand. Look at that. That's extension right there. Bam. To anybody in Minnesota that want to help put together programming for little kids, little boys, little girls, teenagers. If you guys want to put together a program and actually run your program,
Yeah.
reach out to me and we're gonna sit down at the table and we want bosses though. We don't want no, if you got things for little girls to do, please reach out. You got things you want little boys to do, please reach out to me and we're gonna make it happen. Cause we're trying to do this thing big. Ken, listen, mentoring brothers,
Come
big
to the
brothers
table.
program.
Come to the table being mature, man.
Yeah.
Don't come to the table worried about what Ken done said and Ken done did and Smash did this. We don't care about none of that when it come to meeting at that table, man. Like, leave all that petty stuff in the background. It's a whole new year. It's a whole new year.
Talking to me about certain things like that, like talking to a brick. Don't give me no ultimatums. Don't come to me and say, Solo, if you have such and such there, I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be like, no, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of it. And you probably won't hear from me again because I can't listen. I can't let no emotions stop up. Because listen, you might be mad at this man, but you can save 3 or 4 kids. You might be mad at her.
Facts.
You can help 3 or 4 young boys. You know what I mean? So the thing is like, we got to put our pride to the side. Certain things work and certain things don't work. But we have a chance to be. Look, everybody always talk this community stuff, but they're not in the community. You feel what I'm saying to you? So we have a politician run for 2027. No, 26. I'm sorry. Starting March. If you want to be part of the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast, we're going to be out there door knocking. We're going to be out there making flyers, and you get paid. So if you want to make some money and educate yourself about how to vote, who you voting for, why don't you run to get votes? You know what I mean? So we're going to be talking a lot about this later, man. You for real.
And plus, y'all get to hang out with me.
Fact.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be some good food. It's going to be some good food, good conversation. We're going to laugh. We're going to have fun. But we're looking for new podcast members. We created a new back chat. This back chat is drama free until we tear this one up. And then I might break it down. We're going to redo it again. You feel me? Because we can't do no wrong. Ain't nobody else in Minnesota doing what we doing. The only people in Minnesota that's doing right now what we're doing is live from Lake Street. And we do more numbers than them. You know what I mean? So
not on no hating shit, but we better than them.
Yeah,
I ain't toot my own horn, but they
you feel me? Yeah,
they cool, but we better than them. We really better than them.
Yeah, and we're trying to get Pimentos downtown St. Paul, where we're gonna have a Minnesota Cold Talk night. We're gonna have some good music up in there. It's gonna be 25 plus to get in there. We don't want no young bucks up in that joint, 25 and up. Somebody told me to do 35 and up. But hell no, man. I still like them, you know what I mean? That looking a little something. I don't want nobody to that motherfucker. Everybody in there smelling like Bengay. You know what I mean?
Man, listen.
Everybody in there smelling like, man, y'all got that brute cologne on. Man, we don't want all that, man. 25 and up. We're gonna talk with Pimentos right now to get a night for real. Friday or Saturday. I'm trying to get that night where we're gonna be down there kicking it, yo. For real.
Hey man, shit, I had to I had to come out with this week-long event, man, because again, I just wanted to give, creatives out here just, another platform to do their thing on. And, like I said, Minnesota Cold Talk, I'm glad I linked up with y'all.
It's all love, bro. I think Kalisha in the building. Talk about my 35. How we beat it.
It's a lot. It used to be a lot of us when we started this shit, and now it's only a few because everybody ain't dedicated, and that's cool. But I want to say this:
talk your talk.
If I offended anybody that's ever been affiliated with Minnesota Cold Talk, I sincerely apologize. Don't matter what the issue was. Nah. I got. It's been on my heart, bro. It's been on my heart. So I gotta. No matter if you felt offended, if we messed around and it didn't work out, and now you feel some type of way, I apologize. That wasn't my intention.
I wasn't my
intention to, to us to go that route. So I apologize. And that goes for dudes too. It's a couple of dudes that feel salty towards me. I feel like this: either we can squash it or we can throw hands about it.
He said, let that man apologize. No, hey, you know what? Respect you for that, bro.
I just want to move on from it. You ain't got to see
right.
me at events and look at me and mug me and whisper and do all that. Either you going to throw hands about it or we going to squash it. Either way, I come in peace.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna reach out to a couple people, man, and just put that out there. Shout out to your man, the Hour Podcast. He said, let the man apologize. Hey, that's real, and that's respect. I respect,
man.
Shout out to Crystal in the building too. She said, "What I missed? You ain't missed nothing. Put together something special, man." And if you're in the Minnesota area, hopefully you can be a part of what we got going on. We got to start kicking it again. I'm gonna reach out to people. Smash. That's my word.
We got to bring it back, man. We used to have bowling events and all
types of bowling again. We bringing it back, baby. Men versus women bowling. Y'all know who I am, El Benito with the Fred Flintstone.
Now we ain't finna be doing all that.
Yeah, I'm not playing no games, man. With the Fred Flintstone, with the one thing with the chicken wing in the other hand, I'm going crazy. Yeah. The Minnesota Cold Talk Podcast, clothing, hoodies, things like that. Please reach out to Riri. Go to the Minnesota Cold Talk group. Smash. I want to start putting your stuff in the Minnesota Cold Talk group.
Yeah, out here, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all that in the group. And shout out to your man. Maybe we can get bro up here too.
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. That man getting ready to come outside. He playing around right now, but shout out to him, man. That's a hardworking brother right there.
Yeah. Don't forget Tommy. Shout out to Tommy. Shoot guns. Don't shoot guns, shoot hoops. We were invited to the year festival. I wish I could. I don't know what platform this is, but it looked dope as hell. I don't know what Ken doing behind. Ken brought me into the vote. I don't gotta take notes of what's going on behind here. But we were invited out to the brunch. And we will be out there. It's Dressed and Pressed. Ken gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. And I got the Minnesota Cold Talk tie though too with the cufflinks. Yeah. Woo! So we doing it big, man. So shout out to Tommy. So if any of you guys got teenage boys, he has a program called Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Hoop. It's over in South Minneapolis, where it's a basketball camp. They get a brand new pair of shoes, anything they want, the Jordans, whatever they want. They feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they get mentored. They do yoga out there. They do a lot of things for our teenagers. We got to give our kids a different look, y'all, for real. And I'm not just saying that to be like one of them dudes because I'm old. But yo, if we don't start putting our kids in the direction to be politicians, police officers, somebody in our community, then our community will be ran and taken over by people who's not a part of our community. So in order to stop that, let's get the kids back. Let's bring the boys around the men. Let's bring the girls around the women. Let's teach them the right way, and then let's start over. Because if not, I don't see no hope for the future when it comes to us having any say so in our community.
Yeah, I think we gotta be out here as men and women. We gotta set better examples for these children.
Yeah,
it ain't like when we was kids and we had Big Mama and all them. We don't have that no more.
Yeah, we don't got it, bro.
So it is up to the ones that had it, that knew what it was like to have it, to step up and treat these kids better, man. Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes on, and these kids only see what they see. You know what I'm saying? They only see what they see. They only see what they being shown or what they being told.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So we gotta do better. We gotta do better. And when I say we, I mean myself included. I know I gotta do better. I am not a perfect man, and I don't try to be. I just want to do better than what I did yesterday.
My man said, Solo, you are super inspiring, my guy. Hey, listen, let me tell you something, bro. Hey, I've been inspired by a lot of people. I just want to set an example, like Ken was just saying. I want to be an example. But listen, let me tell you what happened. I was in downtown at Up Down the other day. Some young kids about to fight. I keep calling them young kids because they're in their 20s. I'm a big dude. So they young kids. So I'm like, hey man, y'all go on, man. You know what I mean? They ready to fight. I move them all around. They're like, yo, man, that was dope that you did that, bro. We need more people like that instead of pulling out your phones, recording shit, bro. To stop it, diffuse it, bro. Cause I'm willing to die to keep the peace, bro. You know what I mean? So, and there's one more thing I wanted to put on the table. Oh, listen, I am in talks with Ramsey County right now for the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast. Ken, I want to bring you in on this project. Shout out to Training with James. So any females, any males that want to train, he has a 90-day program where he teaches you how to eat, exercise every day. I don't care what time it is at night. You call him. He can do it over the phone with you, video chat with you. Y'all meet in the gym. Shout out with Training with James. I'm in
Okay.
talk with Ramsey County to create workout gyms, workout parks around the locations of Minnesota where you do pull-ups, dips. Remember monkey bars back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Monkey bars. Put out things for kids to work out and not only play but work out while they're doing it. So I'm in talks with them right now. I had 3 meetings with them. They are getting the money together, but now that everything's getting taken away, I don't know if the deal's off the table. But please stay tuned for that, you guys. That's gonna be fire. So I'm inviting a whole bunch of cats from New York, Detroit, to come out here, man, to do pull-ups and everything. It's gonna be a dope. We're gonna do a full event in these parks. So shout out, man. That's Ken. I'm gonna bring you in with that one, bro.
Hey, man, I'm always around, man. You know,
Yeah, for
I'm
sure,
I'm
for
I'm
sure.
I'm gearing up, man, because Sunday when I drop this announcement, it's gonna really do some shit. Cause y'all coming with me with this plan, man. I already got it in motion.
Let's make it
So
happen, man. Let's make it
um,
happen.
shout out to everybody out here doing their thing. I appreciate you. Hey man, we going live tonight, man.
No, we going live Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be live Sunday at the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast, and we talking we talking about trauma in dating.
Okay.
Dating with trauma. How can our relationship problems rub off on our kids? If your kids used to seeing you single, bringing people in and out the house, how could you expect them to be with one person? You know what I mean? Like what inspires you in a relationship? When I was a little child, when I was a young boy, my mother sent us to our grandmother. She had a man in the house, my grandfather. When we went
Facts.
back to my mother, it was just my mother. I never see my mom run dudes in the house. You know, that's one thing I can give my mom that. But a lot of people don't see their mamas, their daddies run people in and out the house. They kind of mess them up. You feel me? So we're talking about that, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is, man. Listen, y'all
Sorry I'm
already know
late
what
too,
it
bro.
is with me. Huh?
Yeah, sorry I was late too, bro. I had to reset my computer.
No.
I was going crazy.
Because we can always, like I said, I'm here for the next 3 days. So I'm out here.
Man, I'm with you, man. Let's go, man. I'm off tomorrow too. What you want to do?
Hey, I'm out here tomorrow at the same time, man. Shout out to everybody that came through, everybody that's gonna watch this, everybody that's gonna listen. I'm gonna post the link to Minnesota Cold Talk where y'all can find them because we got a Facebook page and a TikTok page.
Yeah,
I really
TikTok
been
is
trying to
dope.
talk to this man and tell this man about getting the TikTok late night kicked back up because we really used to cut up late night on
We
TikTok.
should
So
do that. We should do that tonight. What you talking about, bro? I'm off work. We can do it Friday nights tonight. We can go in there, go crazy, bro.
it don't matter to me. Listen, you know
Yeah, we go crazy.
I said I'm outside this week, so I'm out here.
Man, we
But
got over
listen,
750,000 views. We got over 750,000 views from the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast TikTok page, bro.
facts.
Word. And
We
I
can
don't
cut
even
it
know
up.
I don't know how to work TikTok. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you and act like I do. But that thing, and people still watching the videos on there. So yeah, we got a lot of views on that
Word.
joint.
Uh,
Yeah. So to talk to me, Smash, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna, you know what I mean? Ain't no secret.
Let's work. All right, man. Look, I gotta run and do some things. We probably gonna jump on TikTok later on tonight. I'm gonna get with my mans and see what we looking like. But listen, I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow we back at it with a brand new topic, some brand new guests. I might have Solo pull back up if he got time, and we gonna wall out.
Yeah,
I see
let's make
y'all
it
tomorrow,
happen.
man. Solo, any
Yeah, I'm
final
there.
words before we close this, man?
Hey man, check this out. First, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. And thank you for wanting to join and be a part of and collaborate with Minnesota Cold Talk Podcast. So one thing that I was always told, podcasts don't like to rock with other podcasts. That's a lie. Man, listen, we're collaborating, we're doing it together. I don't care where I go, this man gonna go. I wear his
Right.
shirt, he wear my shirt. We're gonna keep it like that, and we're gonna explain it to y'all later when we go live. So make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna be live at the Minnesota Cold Talk Podcast Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we're opening up the platform for musicians. So if you're local, you gotta the only thing we gotta say is you gotta have a music video to be on the show because we want to play your videos while we're talking about the music, and we're looking for people who do poetry, spoken word, any of that. Please reach out to us. Thank y'all for joining, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Look, we riding out. I catch y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all already know what it is. I'm out.